Get ready, America, for this is the best of Destination Small Town, a Cluck TV production, featuring the shows that have taken Sweet Swine County by storm. The reality hit, The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County, Sweet Swine's favorite music show, Backstage at the Commune, the tastefully done cooking segment, Cooking It Up with Betty, the always zany soap opera, As the Corn Grows, and of course, the wildly popular talk shows that share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. Which shows will you be seeing today? Stay tuned and find out right after the break.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of The Sweet Swine Diaries, a collection of unauthorized biographies by Cassidy Davis, featuring a riveting collection of the exotic, neurotic, chaotic, and even psychotic stories about the lives of the Sweet Swine County ladies. Miss Davis is quoted as saying, "I have never seen so many single women with so many problems in my life. Enjoy." Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready for a website like no other. A website where you will find stories done by reporters, tourists, and celebrities from Sweet Swine County. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County. With nothing happening in their county, they decided to do some stories about the businesses and points of interest located in their neighboring towns and counties. Take a unique look at life inside the small towns of the Midwest by visiting DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready, because now you can see a late-night talk show filmed in front of a discerning yet agreeable studio audience. Split Hoof tonight. Cousin John and his incomparable sidekick, Earl Silo, interview a roster of guests who make appearances that you won't want to miss. Now on this station and the web.
Abby Appetite here, head reporter for the What's Cooking team, making a list for my reporters to do stories on about the restaurants, cafes, diners, supper clubs, and bakeries in the small towns of the Midwest. You can see them all on CluckTV.com. Hey, let's pick one out and go there together. Remember, you'll be traveling with an appetite. Abby Appetite.
This program has been made possible by Purdue University, Sweet Swine County's Institute of Higher Learning, with 3 classroom trailers that can accommodate up to 9 students each. To learn more, visit sweetswinescoop.com.
Get ready, America, because you're about to see the best of Split Hoof tonight, Sweet Swine County's #1 late-night show!
Live from Sweet Swine County, where every day is sweet, it's Split Hoof Tonight with Billy Gates and the Broken Windows Band. Hi, I'm Earl Silo, and now let's welcome Sweet Swine's one and only Cousin John.
Hey, folks, thanks a lot. Good to see you again. Welcome to another exciting episode of Split Hoof Tonight. Hey, Earl, I was just thinking about something the other day. We've kind of lost track of what this country's really was originally all about.
Sometimes I agree.
It's gotten so bad that our neighbors up north there in Canada,
Oh, yeah.
they've kind of done a David Letterman to us. They've given their top 10 reasons why we're idiots.
Well, let's hear them there, eh?
Number 5, they talk about only in America could people who believe in balancing the budget and following the Constitution be considered extremists. Now, only in America can you be required to show your driver's license, to write a check, or to buy some booze, but not to cast a vote. Number 3, the politicians talk about the greed of the rich at a $25,000 a plate dinner. Only in America could government collect more tax dollars from more people than any nation, anywhere, at any time, ever, and still spend $1 trillion, that's with a T, $1 trillion more per year than what they take in. And the number one reason, only in America could the rich people who pay 86% of all the taxes be accused of not paying their fair share by people who don't pay taxes at all. You know, it's no wonder the world thinks that we're screwed up, because you know what, right now, we are. Anyway, enough of my preaching. We got a great show for you tonight, but first, we're going to go off and see something that's going on outside Sweet Swine County. We'll be right back.
Get ready, because just when you thought you'd gotten the Cockleburs out of your overalls, they're now on TV. That's right, this is one weed you won't want to pull. The Cocklebur Morning Show, with hosts who deliver a mix of news, entertainment, and information about the communities throughout our story country. Now on this station and the web.
Hey, folks, thanks a lot. Welcome back to Split Hoof tonight. Earl, good to see you.
Hey, you too, Cousin John. You know, I'm really excited about tonight's show.
You know, Earl, let me tell you what. We have a guest tonight that is just out of this world. Folks, you guys are in for a treat tonight. This is really going to be something. What do you say we bring out our guests?
Let's get
Shall
after it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming from Meeker County, kind of in the west central part of Minnesota there, just outside of Hutchinson, we have Connie Karstens and Doug Rathman. Hey, thanks, guys. Welcome. Really glad to have you guys here tonight.
Thanks.
So now they say you've been called the gurus of all things sheep related. You know, tell us a little bit about how you guys got started.
Well, we first got started in 1986 when we got married, and we decided that we wanted to make sheep our business. And so we wanted to vertically integrate everything we were doing. And one of the first things we did was take a trip to New Zealand for a honeymoon.
Well, they do a lot of sheep over there, don't
It's all
they?
about sheep
Yeah.
there.
We toured the place and learned a lot from all their grazing and just make a living on sheep there. And we thought, you know, if they can do it, we can do it.
There you go. Okay, folks, we got a treat for you. Earl and I made a little trip out to Doug's place here, and he demonstrated for us and sheared a couple of little yearling lambs for us. And so we're going to show you some tape right now, and Doug's going to tell us a little bit about what he does.
Well, just when I was shearing there for you, we usually just set it on its butt down there, and usually shear the belly first, and take that out. As you can see on the picture there, they throw the belly out. That's the inferior part of the wool, so we always separate that out. And then if you watch the shear, he's always using his left hand. The sheep is always turning, trying to keep the legs up off the ground. Always got the legs up, my legs up against the animal. We shear the crutch, and then we do around the back leg. And then I went up the neck, and it's constantly turning it to the right. I actually teach sheep shearing, so.
Oh, okay.
And then I do the legs and do the side and come down the last side.
Now, from what I understand, these were yearlings, so this is the first time they've been sheared, right?
Right, they were just born in November.
I was just trying to figure out how they just sit there so calm. They didn't make a peep. They just, you know, I expect to hear them complain or whatever, and they just sat right there and looked around and like no big deal to them.
Yeah, it's the trick of is to make them comfortable, and they ain't sitting on their tailbone.
Oh, okay.
So.
I mean, I suppose, I know animals sometimes have a feeling they know if somebody's trying to hurt them or not. And they know that you're confident or whatever, and you're just just taking care of them.
Yep. Certain little moves that we always are doing that you as watching it didn't see what was going on. That's why it was being comfortable sitting there.
Right. Okay. Well, that's really cool. Then now, I know like you laid out kind of the pelt or it's not the pelt, I guess, but the
fleece.
Yeah, the fleece. That's
Yep.
it. That's what I was looking for. And you could see the shape of the sheep there. And I know you told us that if they were older, they'd have more
It would stay
It'd be a lot
together.
denser, and it'd be like just one big piece, like a rug almost.
Yeah, you could
and-
see it. Yeah, it was all the legs and the head and back feet. You could see it all in one piece.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of neat. Earl and I both fed the little lambs after they were done. That the waxy, oily lanolin from them
Yep.
was, well, that'd be good hand lotion.
Yep.
Well. So tell us a little bit about your farm and the livestock you raise. How many of what and which and.
Well, we got 180 acres. It's all rotational intensive grazing.
Okay.
And we got 350 ewes. Wow. And what we lamb year round. Most people only lamb once a year.
Right.
But with our markets, we've got to have something all the time being born. So we've got it from little all the way up to market size all the time. And we lamb in February, then we lamb here actually in May, and then we lamb again in the fall. So it's continuously always.
So
going
the
around
350 ewes, you can put out about 1,200 lambs a year then, right?
Yeah, you
Because you get a little more than 1-to-1 sometimes, right? Sometimes you get the bonus.
Yep, yeah, because like the ones that lambed in February, the boys are going back in for fall lambing.
Oh, okay, sure.
So
Where do you sell the meat in that at?
We have a lot of different markets, and we've worked hard to do this over the years that we've been working on sheep. We've been in the business since 1986. So one of the main markets that we currently have is on our farm. We have an on-farm store where we sell lamb and then other meats that we raise on the farm, which are beef and chicken. We've got fresh eggs, and then we have turkey that's seasonal at Thanksgiving time. And so we sell these meats on our farm in the store, and we also have organic foods and wellness products and herbs and things like that. That's one of our main markets. Another market that we have is the restaurant trade, and we go to the Twin Cities on every Thursday morning and bring fresh lamb to some stores and restaurants there. One of the stores we sell to is the Wedge Natural Food Co-op, and then also Seward. And we sell to a few restaurants as well. And then we have an additional market, which is a real bonus for us. It's at the Minnesota State Fair. We're in the food building, and we make gyros. We do burgers and wraps and lamb chops on a stick.
Lamb chops on a stick. I like that. I like that.
So we're real busy.
Eat that right. Lamb chops on a stick. Now, so you do the processing of the animals too, then, right?
Yep, yes, we can do that on there. We got the USDA cutting facilities right on there.
Now, you said you got your training to shear sheep in New Zealand,
right?
When you're on your honeymoon.
Yep.
And now I also understand that you teach people how to do that now.
Yes.
And then besides all that, you're a professional shearer, and are you folks ready for this? An international sheep shearing competitor. Is that correct?
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about that. I saw when you were shearing the sheep, you had something from some international competition in Australia on your back, on the shirt that was that you had on. But tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been doing competitive sheep shearing all over the United States, and then we got involved in, I think it was 1996. Was the first time I represented the United States. And to be able to represent your country is you got to go to all these different contests, and you gain points just like the race cars do. And for actually, it was 17 years straight in the point system, I hadn't been beat. And I've represented the United States 7 times now. Wow. And I also, I shear by machine like you've seen on the tape. And I also shear by hand.
No, I understand that. Yeah, there's a little bit of old school availability there, and we brought this. Show us this and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, when I was down in New Zealand, like I think it was the second or third time, I've been down there a few times, I learned how to shear the old style.
Earl backs up.
So, yeah. It's kind of sharp. You got any whiskers you need done?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. and I'm actually the only person in the world that's ever represented its country with machines, blades, and then I did the wool handling too.
So what's involved with the wool handling? Is that after you shear them?
Yes, there's a process, what they call them rousies, the people that pick up the wool as you're shearing. They separate the belly out, the crutch area, the top knots, and then they lay it out like I showed you onto a big table. They peel out all the bad spots and roll it up, put it in a special spot. They've all got little different bends. You got to learn how to put them in.
And then they get wrapped up in these big burlap things that are
7 feet high.
7 feet tall, because I used to work for a place over in Brookings, South Dakota years ago. So now if people want to find out more about your place, I see we've got a website, www.lambshop.com. So they go there and they can contact you and find out about all the different things. And
Exactly. We've got a calendar of events telling the different events that are going on. We teach a lot of different things on the farm to help people with anything from sheep production to sheep shearing to other things we do. You can check out all of our meat products and other products that we have for sale.
let me say, Doug and Connie, I'm really glad you guys came down. Thanks for coming down, and thanks for showing Earl and I the ropes of the shearing. And I think that's going to about tie us up for tonight there, Earl.
I think so.
Folks, join us again. We'll be back. Good night, everybody.
What's Cooking? A KLUK TV production. Starring Abby Appetite, Lenny and Lola Leftover. Their destination, outside Sweet Swine County. Their purpose, to share their discoveries of the best cafes, restaurants, bakeries, supper clubs, and night spots. It all began when they realized food options in Sweet Swine County were limited. Now you can learn what they learned, with hundreds of food options. What's Cooking? In living color on the web.
The lifestyles led in the small towns and counties of the Midwest are like no other. But we seldom hear about the points of interest and businesses located in these towns. Well, there's one TV station that's made it their mission to make sure the stories of the small towns of the Midwest are told, Cluck TV. That's right, Cluck TV, located in the neighboring county of Sweet Swine. See all the towns that are covered on KLUKTV.com.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of I Married a Swine by Destiny Disaster. Born in the Bronx, the youngest of 13 children, she learned how to fight for what she wanted at a very tender age. With stars in her eyes and a dream in her heart, she left home at 16 and set out to make it on the Big White Way. Undeterred by the competition, she found herself waiting tables at the Footlight Cafe in order to keep a roof over her head when a chance meeting led to what she believed to be the love of her life. Boy, was she wrong. You can't judge a book by its cover, girls, and this guy's cover was every girl's fantasy. Rich, handsome, funny. That is, until she married the guy. What happened next? Well, you'll just have to buy the book. It's worth every penny in life lessons learned. She got out with her life, and next time she'll have her eyes wide open to what lies beneath. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Good morning, I'm Sergio Furleone. Welcome to the Cocklebur Morning Show. And as always, joining me is the lovely Cassidy Davis.
Hey Serge, how you doing? It is so good to see you. I haven't seen you what seems like forever. What have you been up to?
I've been around, but my duties as creative director of KLUK TV, it's my job to participate in the negotiations for the reality soap opera As Corn Grows.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that creative directors did contract negotiations.
Well, if you work for Cousin John, you do.
Oh, that Cousin John. But back to As the Corn Grows. Now, folks, you can meet me on this. We're fans. I'm a fan. What's going on with the new episodes? Every time I tune in, I see a special, I see a rerun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them.
I understand. I understand.
What's going on?
Well, like I said, for the last 6 weeks, we've been in negotiations, and some of the stars, they kind of want a little bit more money.
More money? Don't they know Cousin John owes Cluck? Come on, folks.
Well, I do have an exciting announcement.
Ooh. Tell me your announcement right now. I can't
The
wait.
announcement.
I want to know.
The big announcement?
Sergio, you can't do this to me.
Okay.
I'm a nervous person.
Okay.
Tell me.
This is really great news.
Okay.
As of today, the next episode of As the Corn Grows that you and all our folks out there are going to see is going to be a brand new show.
Yes. You know what? I bet it's going to be worth the wait because I'm telling you, I loved these new characters.
Which
They
ones?
had, let's see, there was Harriet from Harriet's Pretty Cut and Dry Salon. That cute new little girl, what's her name? I'm a Looker.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there was
Yeah.
Tara Page. Just love them. I love them all. I can't wait.
And I can guarantee you that those folks, you'll be seeing them in the soap opera,
Oh, I
along
hope
with all of your favorites. And I think there might be a couple of new ones that you're going to like as well.
I can't wait. And all the twists and turns. It is just such a fun show. That was definitely worth the wait.
It was. It was.
So, okay, so back to these negotiations.
Sure.
What did you say they were looking for more money?
They were looking for a little bit more money. Mainly, they were looking for gas money to get back and forth to the studio.
What do they need gas money for? I mean, like,
So they can get back and forth to the studio.
well, they get paid a salary, right?
Sure.
Well, gosh, it's not like they pay Cousin John to work here. I mean, that's ridiculous. Right?
You know, now would be a good time to introduce our first guest.
Sergio, do we pay Cousin John to work here?
You know, let's bring out that first guest. What do you say, folks? Let's bring him out.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen. Wait. I'm sorry, folks. Cassie, I'm sorry. Our guest is going to be a little bit delayed.
What?
And
Aw.
apparently she wasn't involved in the whole gas money thing, but our guest is going to be delayed for a few minutes. So.
Well, you know what? That's fine because I want to talk more about this soap opera anyway. Like I said,
Okay.
I mean, you're the creative director. You've kind
I
of
am.
gotten in with all this stuff. What is going on
Well-
with Aunt Minnie? Give me the details.
I know this, and you folks out there, I know that this is a soap opera, but it's also reality, and it is our life. So there's not really a script.
But okay, so they're engaged, and where did she go?
Aunt Minnie?
Yeah.
Oh well, from what I understand is and I believe her mother has passed away.
You know, is there something else going on here that we need to know? Because folks, I mean, you can tell us, Sergeant. Come on.
Rumors. All I know are rumors.
Well, I've heard
At this
I've heard a
point.
few rumors too. Maybe
What'd you
that
hear?
there's a baby on the way.
For whom?
Miss Minnie.
Really?
I heard they ran off and eloped. That's what Norma's talking
Oh.
about. I'm not kidding.
You're nutty as a pet raccoon. They didn't run off.
No, pet raccoon. Pet raccoon? Who has pet raccoons?
Exactly. Has our guest arrived yet, Wilma? No. What do you say we talk about the soap opera a little bit more?
Definitely. So, okay, when we last left off here, we were talking about Aunt Minnie and Cousin John.
Right.
And so, heard he fell into little financial issues.
He had some challenges, as
Okay.
they say.
I suppose that probably played a role in your negotiation
Of course.
process.
Of course. Well, you know, when you negotiate something, you always go in and shoot for the moon, as they say. So.
Right. Well, and speaking of new opportunities, money, things like that, Elmer Plow starting up a new business. That's where that cute little Tara Page
Oh,
is
yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Is she from around here? But she seems so familiar, like familiar family resemblance.
I think she's.
I know her.
She has a connection.
She's a fun little girl, though. I think I will be seeing great things from her. And have you been down to Harriet's Pretty Cut and Dry? She did my hair. Do you like it? It's
I
new.
know.
Did you notice this?
I did
Yeah,
notice your
like
hair.
it?
And I think all the folks out there noticed.
So have you met
It
her?
really looks good. It
Oh,
really
thank
does.
you.
Have I met?
Harriet.
Oh, yeah, I know Harriet.
You know Harriet.
Professional.
Okay, good to hear. Anyway, back to dirt from the soap opera.
Oh, sure.
So let's see, I've talked about, and Ima. Now, didn't she apply for that job too, that Tara got?
Oh, I'm a looker.
Yeah.
Well,
Seems like a nice girl.
Tara?
Ima. What was the problem? What was the issue?
With who?
I'm a looker.
Ima?
Yeah.
Or Tara?
Ima.
Oh, I don't think there was an issue. I just think that
Yes,
Tara...
she was abducted by aliens. That was the issue.
Where did you get
On the show. I told you I watch it all the time. You know, don't tell people if you're abducted by aliens. Nobody believes you.
Have you ever been abducted by
You know what? We should maybe see if that guest is here yet. Okay. Well, no. What? So, any other news other than, your negotiations, your other stuff like that? What else? What have you got going on?
Wilma, is our guest here yet?
Oh, Wilma. So, been grocery shopping lately?
I have. And you know what really annoys me?
What? Tell me.
The price of wheat bread.
Isn't that horrible,
I'm
people?
telling you what, folks.
It's horrible. It's a big issue.
It is.
The price of wheat bread.
It is.
And cheese. I can't get over the price of cheese.
I hear you. And you know what? You know what really bothers me?
No.
Hot dog buns.
Why?
Well, because they never sell the number of hot dog buns you need for a package of hot dogs. It's either the hot dog guys are in on it, or the hot dog bun guys are in on it. But if I buy a package of 8 hot dogs, I have to buy a package of 12 buns.
That blows my mind. Have you ever thought, that's gotta be a conspiracy.
It is. And I don't know if it's the hot dog guys, because then you have to buy another pack of hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you buy another pack of hot dogs, you're short of buns.
Cahoots.
So you gotta buy another pack of buns.
They're in cahoots.
And then you got too many buns and not enough hot dogs.
It's a
It
bun
never
problem.
ends.
Probably wheat buns too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad.
It's bad.
Pretty bad. Well, folks, I think the two of you that are left out there, I think that's all for today. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap things up.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us.
And, I want to thank Cassidy for just dragging this out as long as humanly possible.
That's what I do.
I just want to thank everybody for welcoming us back to the Cocklebur Morning Show. And we will see you next time on the Cocklebur Morning Show.
Where we weed out the big stories from Sweet Swine County and beyond. Bye, you and you. Bye.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of Earl Steps Out, My Story by Earl Silo. Born and raised in Sweet Swine County, he never saw any reason to leave. After all, what could be better than good old Split Hoof? Oh, sure, he's considered going to Newport for the annual running of the Pigs Festival. And he said he does enjoy a good pig race now and again. But when it came right down to it, he just couldn't make himself get all gussied up and drive 10 miles to see some other farmer's pigs race. Then he met Cassidy Davis, and she convinced him that he needed to get out of Sweet Swine and step out. She held his hand, so to speak, which got him out of Sweet Swine, but into hot water with his best girl, Clarice. But that's a whole nother story. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Who are these people and what are they doing? Well, they're talk show hosts, tourists, celebrities, and reporters from your neighboring county of Sweet Swine. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County, and they're sharing what they've learned about the businesses and points of interest in the small towns of the Midwest. Learn all that they learned on DestinationSmallTown.com.
This program has been made possible by the Swine Song Commune, where musicians, artists, and hippie types live together and share their passions. To learn more, visit the online magazine at sweetswinescoop.com.